Now, in order to load the lift powder and the star in tube section number 1, first of all I cut a disc of tissue paper by folding it up on a center point. Fold it in half, fold it in half, fold it in half, fold it in half. And I cut a disc that is about the same diameter as the tube. So I've got a nice little disc of tissue paper. I insert a flat 1/4 teaspoon of the FFG lift powder. Put the tissue paper over there. Put in the first star. I've got the stars laid out: silver streamer, gold glitter, silver streamer, gold glitter, and on up, starting with gold glitter at the top. Push the star down in there. Star down in the recess, and tissue paper will hold the lift powder down underneath the star. Put a little bead of Elmer's around the top of that tube. Put on tube section number 2, making sure the bottom of tube section number 2 is down and lined up with the line on tube section number 1. Wipe off the excess glue. Drop that into the jig, pushing the tube sections together, pushing them down onto the jig to make sure they're really lined up with each other. Then I'll cut another disc while that glue is setting up just a little bit. About a 5/8 inch diameter. A 5/8 inch radius, so it's about 1 1/4 inch diameter. Got another little disc of tissue paper ready. Set this one up. Drop in another flat 1/4 teaspoon of the 2FG lift powder. Another disc of paper. Second star. Twist it around, make sure it's really seated in there. Another bead of glue. These joints will be reinforced in the next step of the construction, so it doesn't have to be a huge amount of glue in there. Bottom of tube section number 3 lined up with the line on tube section number 2. Wipe off the excess glue. Push them together, push them down onto the supporting jig, make sure they're lined up. Proceed to cut the third disc of tissue paper, and I'll do that right on up the line here, assembling each section as I go. It gets a little trickier the longer it gets to lay it down, set it back up, but if I'm careful I can do that without the candle falling apart as I do it.